This is the Ben Herman Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ben Herman here. We are here at Mobile Entertainment Expo and Photo Booth Expo for 2024 here in Las Vegas at the South Point Hotel and Casino. Come on inside, let's go check it out. We are here at the DJ side of the conference. As you can see, we have Pioneer, we have JMaz Lighting right next to us as well, and so many other vendors that we're gonna go check out right now. Hey, what's up, Jay? How's it going?
Man?
Good to see you again.
How are you?
For sure. Good, man. So, here to check out Pioneer's booth. What's all new this year?
That was not here last year, right here. S5 with 2x12. These are an analog digital hybrid turntable. They're running without needles right now because they're actually sending DVS through the RCAs. So they're not doing it by USB. The USB cable is because you have built-in hot cues, stem, MIDI mappable, do whatever you want with it. Gets too hot, take the needle off, put the clamp back on, the whole thing runs right in the middle.
And you still run normal vinyl as well?
You've got an analog digital switch right there. You can decide whether you want to go with the needle. Then when you want to later on maybe run Serato, record box, something like that, boom, all you got to do is flip a switch. But worked really well. Convenient. Play on their side, play upside down.
You got the hot cues on the side there as well?
Yep, and we've got that set for stems, hot cues. You can make it loop, sampler, whatever you want to make it. So you end up really getting that device, the mag bell clamp in the middle, which is holding it down, which is allowing you to play without, you don't even need vinyl to play. So if you just have a slip mat, it still works the same way. Yeah,
incredible.
You still get
but
full
if you want
scratching.
that feel, you can add the vinyl to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
But
Perfect.
you're doing fully digital or fully analog. So.
And how much are these going for?
These are $13.99.
$13.99.
So great product, really done well for us since it came out. A lot of the big name guys are on it. Just because they're so, the thing is, they're not sending a MIDI signal, they're sending actual DVS, but they're doing it through RCA. Yeah. And that's the real feel of vinyl. It's not a matter of taking a USB cable and mapping it out and saying, okay, this signal equals this. Yeah. So, you know, we used it with Scratch Junkies, Jazzy Jeff, a bunch of DJs, and they just fell in love with it because, again, it's giving them what they started with without having to use actual vinyl. And then if they want, if you want to, you drop a needle and hit a button, and you're right back in it. It's really
the future is here. The future is here.
It is.
That's incredible.
We have to chase it.
Absolutely.
We got to do it. Then we've got our Rev 5. This has done extremely well in this kind of marketplace.
Like a smaller sister to the Rev 7?
Exactly. Not motorized platters, but since it's a Rev, like the Rev 1 and 7, it's set in battle orientation. So you've got your pitch on top.
Pitch on top, yeah.
You've got hot cues. You've got full pads in an S series, like an S7, S9, S11 mixer. You got toggles for your effects.
Awesome.
You have stem buttons that are already sell, mag bells on it, and just a touch over $1,000 for something like this. So it's done really well. It's lightweight, so DJs aren't killing themselves. We all get a little bit older. We don't want to carry the heavy stuff. Yeah. So this is done really well for us.
So not like the Rev 1 runs on USB power. Does this run on external power?
This has external power, but this can also run off of like a newer MacBook. You could run it USB-C out because it's USB-C power.
Yes, it's a little more powerful.
You've got that option. And if you've got an M1 product, they're putting out a lot more juice. So we've actually got 2 of those. It's running Serato here, and as you can see, it's running Record Box. Nice. So, and I know it's out in the wild, so it's already been mapped by somebody for virtual. So really, if you've got a multi-op or you want to have that diversity of software, it's a great place to start. And again, not at a huge price point.
That, where you have Record Box and Serato on the same deck. But
it's a demand in the marketplace.
Serato, right?
Right now, that sale is still going on, as far as I know. Yeah. That's part of the company I don't deal with very much, but
they still collaborated.
And we've had a great relationship with them forever. I mean, they make some of the better software in the marketplace. We certainly want to be partnered with anyone that's doing anything really great like that. So we've had a long-standing relationship with them. Any of our S products have always been a Serato. And then when the Rev series came out, we knew we had to kind of really go both ways. So we've got it with Record Box right on that unit, and we've got it with Serato on this one. We just want to give people the option. Not everyone is doing the exact same thing.
You're right.
And we don't want to pretend they are. You know, this is kind of control.
DJs certainly appreciate that.
No, and virtual is one of those things that they come in out of nowhere, and once they get units and map them and set it up, then you're able to do that as well. We don't do that part of it. It's not our company. So Virtual's been outstanding when it comes to working with all manufacturers as far as getting their software out there.
Yeah.
So that's just a given that will work.
Perfect.
Then we go up to the bigger one. This is the Flex 10. This is really the replacement for the DDJ 1000 and 1000 SRT.
Yeah.
This is again a Serato record box item. Some of the big add-ons, you see the green, blue, and red buttons on the top.
Yeah.
Those are strictly for stems. We also have stems
nice.
for
So you don't have to use
effects.
the pads.
No, that's you don't lose anything on it.
Yeah.
Instead of just one, you actually get both decks to do waveforms in the middle.
Yeah, perfect.
So if you have both decks playing, you don't have to look up here. You can look down here, and you're going to see whatever information you need. So you're not staring at the laptop as much.
Yeah, that's great.
You know?
Yeah.
This one over here.
Real quick on
go
this
ahead.
one.
Sorry.
So I know that DMX1 is that built in here?
That is built in
but
here.
Not
Yes.
with the
Sorry
other
for not
decks,
mentioning that.
right?
No, this is the only unit that has that. So if you're doing record box lighting, once you plug into that line out and into your lights or into a wireless, you're good to go. And you just set up everything inside record box and you're done. This one we're showing with Serato. It wouldn't work with lighting with Serato, but it would work with the record box.
So those of you who are on Pioneer record box, the DJ software, you can actually have DMX lighting run directly through this.
Yeah, you don't need an add-on box.
External interface.
We have the RBDMX1 dongle box, but we just moved other components into this.
So much more efficient.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Well, and it's sort of been a dream of a lot of us down, wouldn't it be great if we had a light controller in here? And you can go into user 8 and take one of the pad modes, and we did this at NAMM a couple of years ago, and turn it into a light controller. So you can sit there and have a blackout, a strobe, white, green, blue, whatever colors you want, and you could physically do a light show. But then again, once it's phased in record box, the track will automatically create a light show for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just if you want to interrupt it, it gives you that added bonus.
Yeah, so you can customize.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Okay, perfect.
This is brand new. This came out 3 weeks ago at the NAMM show.
Yeah,
this kind of did.
I'll meet you on the other side. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me just for 1 second. Thanks. This is the new Alpha Theta. That was the first break.
It's a parent company, right? So
for the last 5 years, if you bought a CDJ or a controller or a mixer or anything, if you looked at the box, down in the corner, it said Alpha Theta Corporation, Yokohama, Japan. So Alpha Theta has been our parent company name running Pioneer DJ for 5 years. And the CEO is our former president of Pioneer DJ, so we're still the same family. And what they decided they wanted to do was they wanted to make some gear with that company name. So you have Record Box, Torize, Pioneer Pro Audio, Pioneer DJ, Alpha Theta.
Wow.
So these are branded as Alpha Theta, same engineers, same planners, same everybody in Japan putting their time and effort into this. So this is the Omnis Duo. This is a battery powered, you can plug it in, but it's primarily a battery powered 2-channel record box based controller. The big thing on this that no one does in the market, you can actually send Bluetooth into this. Now, you can do that with a lot of things. You can play Bluetooth, you just lift the button, Bluetooth. With this one, the Bluetooth signal you send in actually goes to the channel, which now means I can store it. I can scratch it. I can use effects. I can put hot cues on it. So if you had a video someone did, they're at the party, you can Bluetooth send it to me, I'll record it in, and then as long as I don't delete over it, record over it, I can keep it, I can set up hot cues, and next thing you know is I can do a performance with their voice. Corporates, weddings, whatever. It's a cool little add-on. And as far as I know, it's the only one in the marketplace that will allow for that. It's not just sending Bluetooth for audio, it's sending it where I can actually capture it. Then I can do a playback on it. You can't, streaming is something that is more than likely going to be going with this anyway. So the full suites of streaming down the road, but with the Bluetooth capture in, it's sending it specifically for a channel. It's not just sending it to be like, hey, I want to play Spotify on my phone.
Yeah.
It's, no, I want to capture a video performance. We were taking some YouTube videos, sending them in, and then scratching the YouTube as the people walk by.
Sampling or something. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Gotcha.
And with the big release with this came the other piece, which is the Alpha Theta Wave 8. And this is the Wave 8.
Right, speaker?
This is an 8-inch powered speaker. It is battery powered. So you have a full suite up here. It's IP4Z rated. I've had it out a couple weeks ago in the rain.
So it's weatherproof as well. That's perfect.
It's not for submersion,
Yeah,
but I had it sitting
outdoors in the rain.
with this top exposed and had a puddle where the handle is.
Wow.
It comes with wheels. It also comes with a full handle. So if you wanted to pull it behind you and move it around.
What's the sidecar bar? Is that handles? Or?
That's the big thing. So on the side is a transmitter.
Bluetooth transmitter or?
Actually, a little bit better. It's a 2.49 gigahertz transmitter.
Oh, wow.
So it rides a bit above 2.4, making it not only a little stronger, but getting some of the interference issues out.
Yeah.
This is powered in the box. You take this out. It has RCAs on it. You plug it into anything, and then it transmits to the speaker. There are 8 frequencies in the speakers, so you can run 8 of them. Right now, let me just go over just to turn it on.
Okay.
So I'm over here.
You want any other angles? You want? I don't know what angles you want. Oh wow! So he's controlling that all the way from over there. Huh?
So all four speakers are coming off that deck.
Wow!
So I have one transmitter.
No wires at all.
So this is going out to all the speakers.
Fully wireless.
Right.
And on top of that, these are also battery powered speakers.
Right.
So it's
full battery, wireless. Now, here's the kick. So if I unplug this, signal stops, right? Yeah. So if I go over here,
this is a trip.
And I plug it into this one, I leave the transmitter.
Faster down or?
No.
Oh, there it goes. Wow.
So it'll do it with any mixer, any controller. But you see the latency.
Pretty on it.
Let me bring up. I mean, to go for 4 speakers.
Yeah. That's incredible. And then this unit does it have a lithium-ion battery inside, or is it?
It's charged USB-C.
Oh wow!
So it's got a built-in battery pack. Yeah.
How long does this last?
This starts at 3. We're down to 2, and this has been out since 10:30 this morning. So what's it? 2:30. So it's already running for 4 or 5 hours.
It's already 3 o'clock right now.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock. So this has been running for 5 hours, and I've still got 2 left. And again,
pretty much all day use. Yeah.
It's simply just any RCA input/output.
Yeah. Wow.
And you'll see once I plug it in. And again, that's 4 8-inch speakers in the booth. And there's an 8 millisecond latency speaker to speaker, but it's not running concurrent, meaning it's 8 milliseconds to that one, then not another 8, but only 8 to that one, only 8. So it's not running down the line, because each speaker speaks to the next one. They're not all talking to this. This is going to that one. So if I pick up that speaker and start walking away, they'll still pick up from that speaker. We took that speaker and walked down to about 30 feet past the DAS booth.
Yeah.
No issue. And I don't think most DJs are going to be putting speakers that far. You're putting it 10, 20 feet away.
For private event DJs, this is a game changer.
I do a lot of golf course weddings and there's no power.
Yeah.
And that's cocktail. That's, I mean, this one has been on since 10:30. Yeah, I'm down to 2 battery lights, so it's taken half the battery to run it for 5 hours.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not pushing it, which would, the harder you drive it, the faster it goes down. But used in the right context, it's going to help a lot of DJs out. And here's the last cool part. On the back, I've got all these inputs and outputs.
Yeah.
One of them, this is a mix out. If you take the mix out with an XLR cable and plug this into another system, now it's a wireless bridge.
No way.
So if you have a full system over there, I can take this, plug it into that, and now all my sound will go into that room.
That's incredible.
So if you're doing events in spaces where they've got multiple things going on, these become that without running 100 feet of XLR, you're going halfway, plugging in, and then the other one goes the other half, and now you're in the whole place.
Yeah. So these are 8-inch tops?
These are 8-inch.
And how many watts?
I believe these are rated, I know SPL, they're rated at 114.
Gotcha.
Wattage-wise, I'd have to look up. I honestly don't have the watts on.
Yeah.
These were first set up to be like
ceremonies, cocktail.
I used one in October, 125, no issue, ceremony cocktail.
Yeah.
And again, I'm running them.
Incredible, guys.
I'll run this one full out. I've got all 4, but you'll see the sound difference. You can hear all 4, but that one's pushing.
Yeah.
So that's full volume. I mean,
that's with all the noise around here.
Right,
too.
and that's an 8-inch speaker. So I don't think you're going to gig it.
Yeah.
I think
but again,
it's going to become a satellite.
Yeah.
It's going to become, I got to get sound in that corner. I'll tape over to the wall, across the door, up, and then I've got to run 2 cables versus walk over and put it there.
Well, how many of us wedding DJs, right, have had like the dance floor inside in a reception hall, but then there's the outside smoking area or hangout area.
Patio.
Have this a little quieter.
Patio, yeah.
But they're not missing out on the mix.
And who's had a cable break because the door closed on it going to the patio? Because once dancing started, they didn't want it too loud. And if you have something like the Opus Quad, that has zone out. So if you've got a patio, now you have a new upsell. You know, I've got a $200 patio lounge speaker. Well, what's that? Well, while you're in here listening to dance music, I can send some standards and singers outside, and your parents and grandparents can listen to Frank Sinatra and this and that. Oh yeah, add that into your package. Now you run it 4 times and it's paid for.
Yeah.
And you're doing it all wirelessly.
Yeah, that's great. So how much are the speakers?
Speakers are $8.99.
$8.99.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, you know, they just came out. They're going to be launching, should be this week, next week in stores.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I'm full-time mobile wedding, and I've used it, I think, 10 times outside. I've probably gotten 65 feet away, no delay, no interference. I've had it in rain on purpose because it's not mine, and they said test it, so I did. It's a joy me. But the weddings I've done with it, no lag on mic, no issues, everything. And you know, and I'm not putting it 100 feet away at a wedding. It's literally 10 feet away from me. Everyone hears it. Then cocktail starts. I picked the whole thing up and walked it, and everyone's like looking at me like,
think about all the things we used to have to do. Running extension cords from the power source.
100%.
Right, with a rack, and then
this felt to me the first time I used it. It felt like the day I got my wireless battery-powered uplights, and I went into a venue and walked around like this.
You're like,
and then went on my iPad and it went
more, right?
versus like, I'm gonna put lights here, here, and here. Hold on, I need gaff tape at $50 a roll. I need more extensions.
Like hunkering down, just.
Well, I mean, we've all been in rooms like this where that's the wall. Like, you want to get there, put up a cable and hope nobody trips and you're calling up, you know, your insurance. But now it's like, just put them wherever you want.
That's awesome.
It's gonna help a lot of people do their job easier and better. And when you look at the convenience factor and like I said, add it on as a lounge system. You know, you could send your phone Bluetooth to it too, but with Sonic Link, it's running at a higher frequency, so it's giving you a little more clarity and it's certainly giving you more distance.
Gotcha.
You know?
So what is the, I don't know, maybe this one right here, the Omnis Duo. What does this one go for?
This is $14.99.
$14.99.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Battery powered. Here's the other thing. So
what's the battery life on this thing?
We're at 40%. We've been running it since
5 hours again?
Yeah. Now here's the thing. So you hear the music. I've got it plugged in right now. Ready? There's no, hold on, I have to switch to battery. Like, you know when you go AirPods, there's a little delay.
Yeah.
If you unplug it and move it, there's no delay. So it literally, it internally knows to just go, I'm on battery.
Wow.
And I mean,
You got a great ceremony setup as well.
you don't need anything.
Yeah.
All I got to do is figure out how to get my mic powered by the speaker, because it does have USB-C power.
Yeah.
And I'm done. That's it.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about this guy right here.
This is the big one. This is the standalone Opus Quad. This is the only one that we carry right now that will play 4 decks off of one source.
Look at the size of the screen, too.
Screen is
beautiful.
based on a CDJ 3000.
Yeah.
Screen is gorgeous. We made this really as a standalone. And we made it that way because we wanted to give DJs the option of, here's something a little designer, here's something you don't have to use a laptop. You certainly can use Serato or Rekordbox with it.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to kind of give it more design issues. The fact that you see green and blue, that's based on this. Purple is deck 3, green is deck 1. You can change those colors. Deck 4 is turquoise, deck 2 is blue.
Yeah.
You can customize that, because in a dark area, being all black with some copper highlights,
True.
It does melt a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you see it in bright light, it's got a wood grain design on the side.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look at the
whole
wood grain on
unit
that side.
slopes up.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's
Even the knobs, I mean.
like I said, we wanted to make something that was a little more design than just
Like even the size of the
utilitarian.
platters,
Yeah. So therefore, we already have the XZ. The XZ is very 2 CDJ mixer oriented. This one we wanted to take it to the next level. And I mean, the screen blows everyone away. Everything you need is right there.
Yeah.
You literally don't have to go anywhere. We also included the zone out if you were running separate setups and wanted to be able to say, hey, I've got a Frank Sinatra vibe at the bar. Oh, and I'm going to be doing cake cutting in here. I'll announce it out there, but not in here. So it gives you some things.
You need some flexibility.
We've seen it popping up at lounges. Seen a lot. Mobile guys really grabbed onto it, which I sort of was surprised. It's heavy, it's big, but it makes a statement. And like most things with mobile DJs, we want to make a statement. White speakers, big facades, you know. And this certainly followed suit with that.
I'm assuming there's an internal hard drive in to save the songs.
There isn't. So you're using, you can go through the back for USBs, or you can go through the top.
Okay.
You can
so
record.
What is he playing on right now? Because I'm
He's
not
playing right up here.
Oh, in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I only saw.
You can actually throw like a terabyte hard drive in the back, USB-C, and the whole thing will just show up. Obviously, you want to run it through Rekordbox because it gives you all the previews, all the colors, everything you're going to need.
Stuff.
And if you wanted to use it as a controller, you certainly could. But its real element, I think, is when it's in standalone mode like this.
Yeah.
You know?
This thing go for?
This a little more than that, and about $3,300.
$3,300.
Yeah.
I mean, for the value that you're providing,
but you're getting
a statement piece.
Right.
It's not bad, actually.
I mean, you look at things, you say, I could buy 2 CDJs and a mixer. That'd be about $7,500.
True.
So
kind of a steal of a deal, actually.
You're getting that, but you're getting it in a little different aesthetic. The front has a slope to it. It's linear in design, but it's still laid out like CDJs. This is the exact same 3000. You'll also get lighting up there. If you change it, you'll see that that's my hot cue now. If I go to another one, each hot cue button will change the internal color. You know, and that's an add-on again. So you look down and go, "Oh, I'm there on the song." You know,
I'm a little surprised that they didn't come out with the rotating platters at that price point.
That would have raised that price. When you think about it, and it would have added an immense amount of weight. And the other thing was this: when showing this to DJs that the Rev 7 appeals to, they didn't. This wasn't their workflow. They're so laptop driven, like the Rev 7, that this, as a standalone, they just weren't as responsive to it, you know? But that's the top and the 18-inch sub. That sub only weighs 68 pounds. Yeah, I mean, we always do the what if we could make it proposition, and it weighs 80 pounds, costs $7,000. But with this one, we really wanted to keep it in the all-in-one family, and we haven't looked at doing any all-in-ones with platters. We've only got the Rev 7. Do we do something down the road? I have no idea, but it's more a matter of demand. What do DJs want? And I genuinely, these shows teach me most DJs want less weight. They really don't want to lug.
So much
right, and it's so the Rev 5 is a much lighter piece than the Rev 7.
Yeah,
much easier to deal with. 2-channel, 2-mic. This is really its standalone.
Really great for radio as well, right? We're stationary. Stays in there at all times.
I mean, if you're doing something in a restaurant, if you're doing something in a boutique, this is super like South Beach, Miami boutique-y. Fits right in. And like I said, it's hard in this lighting, but the colors really pop, like the copper colors, the wood side panel sort of thing. It's got a nice vibe to it.
Like I said, statement piece.
It's totally statement piece. And you know how that runs. There's DJs that need a statement, there's ones that are very low key. The ones that need the statement, Opus Quad.
Yeah. Awesome, Jay. Is there anything else that you'd like to cover by chance? The speaker,
Speakers. Right. So these are our Express 2 line. We have an 8-inch over a 15. This is a 10-inch over an 18. The 18 only weighs 68 pounds. We had the Express 1 line about 5-6 years ago. We've replaced it with these. We were just in Boston at a show, and the Express beat out a couple other manufacturers in a shootout that NLFX Pro did. Great value, very price-wise, we're keeping them really low, like $5.99, $6.99 kind of pricing, and yet sound amazing, lightweight.
These are powered, not battery powered.
They're all powered.
AC in the back. Okay, gotcha.
All powered. You know, and they're based on that same quality that we've always provided with the old Express line. And we go back to speakers like 70 years ago with TAD drivers for theaters. A lot of bands used them in the 70s and 80s, but we were very low key and we just weren't known for it. But it's like when you tell people about, you know, the history and lineage, and you mention cars, and they look at you like, oh, that's the Pioneer? Yeah, that one. Oh my God, I had that in my car. I had those speakers. It's like, yeah, so we have a history. We wanted to provide the DJs that weren't going to go into the high-end speaker range of money. A good quality speaker at a good value. We've sold them at some shows, and they're showing up in the wild. People are loving them. They're doing really well. And again, they're in.
You have the bigger brothers right across the way.
We've got 15s, 12s, so 8, 10, 15 over 18, and then a 15 and a 12.
Bigger speakers over here as well. There's a 15 right here?
This is a 15.
This is 12, right?
This is a 12, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, you know, I've gone to smaller speakers, weight, appearance, and everything else, but I'm talking to a lot of people doing smaller venues that are like, I don't really want to carry a big sub. 2 15s, one on the floor, one on the stand, get spacey. You know, we realized not everyone fits in the same hole in this world. Give everyone the option. Not just make one speaker, make 4. That way people can go, oh, this is better for this. Yeah, the 8-inch, that's really small, but that would be perfect when I do this venue. Oh, the 15, that would be great if I used it as a wedge, and then I put it on the floor, I put it on a stand. You know, I spent years with 2 15s. They'll do the party. You know?
Curious to find out, I know you're kind of on the inside, I'm assuming, right? You know, like some products that may be coming down the line. Is Pioneer DJ ever looking to get into the array speaker system? That's so popular in the private event space.
Right. I don't know, and I don't have an answer. I can't speculate. The future is what it ends up being. And I would love to see us get into every kind of product line that the market wants. But a lot of it is very expensive to create, and you've got to look at return on things. So, you know.
I just feel like Pioneer's like, it's a standard now too, right? So it's like, you guys have
we've kind of built our rep. We've earned our reputation, I think, based on the quality.
Absolutely.
And that's going to continue under Alpha Theta name, Pioneer DJ name, you know, I mean, everywhere you look. So we're not running away from anything in that respect, but we are kind of looking at the market space and saying, okay, what do people want? Is it a value? Can we give you a value and make it work for us as well? I mean, this is business.
Absolutely.
And you know, a lot of our customers run a business, and they're the same way. You know, I can get you a wedding for $1,000, but you got to drive 10 hours in each direction. You'd never do it. it just wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Brad Pitt. Guess what? You're driving 10 hours in each direction because now you're Brad Pitt's DJ. See, but again, that's not a financial return. It might be.
It's opportunity cost.
It's opportunity. And we've all tried to cash that exposure check. I went to the bank with an exposure check and bounced.
Yeah.
Hate that. But yeah, so, you know, the beauty of these shows is I get to talk with you. You give me an idea. You ask me about a line array. I go back to the engineers and go, hey, I've had, you know, questions about an array. What do you think?
Yeah.
Here's this one, this one, and this one. Any thoughts? And then let them do what they do well. I would never plan, you know, never pretend to be the planner, engineer.
Yeah.
I'm the wedding guy, and I just try to keep giving good advice, and a lot of that comes from shows like this.
Definitely. Love it, love it.
You know?
Awesome. Well, Jay, thank you so much.
Here too.
Give us a tour. There's so much.
I appreciate it.
Amazing stuff here.
Absolutely.
You just definitely come check out Pioneer DJ.
If you need us on social, of course, at Pioneer DJ USA, at Pioneer Pro Audio USA, and for any other stuff, pioneerdj.com, alphatheta.com.
All right, go check it out.